Welcome to the today's topic. Our today's topic is classification to using association rules. Myself Priyanka Gupta. I am working as assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering Data Science at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. I am going to cover the topics are today classification using association rules. In that, three types of approaches I'll use: divide and conquer, separate and conquer, and statistical and covering approach. Then I'll cover the classification based on associations, CBA algorithm. Next, CMR algorithm, classification based on multiple association rules. And then I'll tell you about the different steps and examples of classification using association rule. Let us start. Classification using association rules. So what is the different association rules we have discussed about earlier? But in association classification, the focus is to produce the association rules that is having only a particular attribute in the consequent. So in the consequent part, in the right hand side, we are only having the particular attribute. These association rules produced are called as a class association rules, that is CAR. So in the association classification, we will focus only about to make the different association rules that is having the only one attribute in the consequent. Right? We can say classification using association rules, that is combining the association rule mining algorithm and the classification and is therefore going to concern about the finding different rules, that is going to find the different rules that accurately predict about a single class variable, single target variable, right? So that is only going to divide into the only one type of classes, right? Now, the association classification differs from general association rule mining because by introducing a constraint. So here the constant will be there. There is a difference between the classification, simple classification, and the associative classification. So the constant will be there as to the attribute must appear into the consequent part of the rule. So while we are going to write the association rule in the consequent part, one of the constraint will be there as a attribute. So that will be in the associative classification. Now, the product rules can be used to build a model, a classifier. So after the end, in the end, we are going to produce some of the rules, and that rule is going to build a model, a classifier. On the basis of that, the model is going to classify a class, a single class. So that is going to classify about a class variable or target class. The CAR, that is class association rules, that are a particular case of constraint association rules. So that is having a constant in that. On the basis of that, the association rules are going to be written, right? So the term is there integrating. Integrating is nothing but the merging, pushing. So pushing these constant, what are the constant will be there in the consequent into the mining phase. We can say we don't have to filter the different number of rules. That association rules don't have to filter that number of rules, that only have to produce using the constraint of as a post processing filter. So before the post processing, it is going to filter the different constraint as a association rules. The general advantages of this type of associative classification can be a faster execution because that is going to write the different association rules. So what are the classification will be there, that is going to be written in the association rules. So the execution will be faster, and the lower memory execution will be there, because that is going to consume the less memory in the system. there are growing evidence is there. If we are going to use the classification and also we are going to use the association rules together, so that will be the more efficient, other than the we are going to use the we are going to use separately these are the two association rules and classifications. So if we will going to use the together these are the two rules, so that production will be the more efficient and accurate classification system than the traditional classification techniques. An important aspect is there of classification using the association rules, while we will use the association rules together, is that it can provide the quality measures. The quality measures will be there for the output of the different underlying mining process. So there will be the quality measures to measure the different type of quality of association rules. The property of the resulting classifier, what will be the classifier at the end, that can be the base of the comparison between the different association mining algorithm. So we can check either different association rules with this combination of the association rules with classification. So that will be the better in term of every aspect. A certain mining algorithm is can be preferable all the time, because when it will be mined, it is going to mine the rule set, so it is going to form a more accurate, compact and stable classifier. So what will be the class variable or target class? It is going to classify is a accurate and compact way, in a efficient way. So that will be the preferable. There are many classification algorithm and approaches for extracting the knowledge from the data, such as there are some of the other approaches are there in the classification using association rules, that is statistical approach, divide and conquer approach, covering approach, right? So we can use those type of approaches. Numerous algorithms have been derived from these of the approaches, such as naive Bayes, C4.2, 4.5, C5, PAR, PRISM and IREP. So C4.5 is the that is a Quinkle's classifier. C5 is the extension of the C4.5. PART is another algorithm and PRISM is another. IREP is nothing but the incremental reduced error pruning. So in that some of the association rules can be pruned at the end. So these are the different algorithms have been derived from these of the different approaches of the classification. Some of the traditional classification techniques often is going to produce a subset of rule. So there would be the rules, on the basis of that the subset can be produced. So while we are using the traditional classification techniques, there can be a subset of rules, but therefore it is going to while we are going to use the classification using association rules, so that is not going to miss these of the rules. That can be the detailed association rule that might play the important role for the some of the cases. So, but in the association rules, we are covering all the aspect of that. We cannot say we are not going to use the subset of the rules. Some of the times we can use all of the subset of rules in that particular single rule. Classification and association rule discovery are similar. So similar, except it is going to classify, that is going to involve the prediction of one attribute. So in that we are going to predict about one attribute, single attribute, the class, while association rule discovery can predict any attribute in the data set. So it is a difference between the classification and association rules, because the classification is going to discover about the one class, single class, and association rule is going to produce some of the different rules, more than one rule from the different data sets. So that is a difference between the two of them. many of the rules that found by the association classification from the method that cannot be found by the traditional classification method. So that is the high potential rules for that. That will be the high approach for that, because in the traditional classification we are only using the traditional type of traditional classifiers. So some of the times, if there are some of the missing values are there, some of the missing attributes are there, we are not going to use that. But in that association using the classification using the association rules, we are going to use each and every aspect of the rules. So by the rules, we are going to classify different classes for the single target class. So classification based on the association rule technique, it is going to integrate the basic idea of association rules with the classification, while it is going to generate a subset of different effective rules. So that because of that, we are going to tell about this is the high potential approach for the different classifications. So because it is going to cover all of the rules in the single rule, so that is going to use the subset of the rules also. It is going to utilize a efficient technique for discovering the frequent item set. So frequent item set, and after that it is going to employ a rule ranking method. So in the rule ranking method, it is going to ensure about the general and detailed rule. So while we are going to write a simple rule, any of the rule, so that will be the more efficient and effective for that particular classification. So that will be the general as well as the detailed classifier rules, having the high confidence. And because why we are telling the high confidence? Because if high confidence will be there, the low support will be there, then the particular rule, that association rule will be the more high potential. So while that we have to measure the confidence, that we are going to measure the support also. So support side should be low and the confidence should be high, then only it will be the general and detailed rule for the particular classification. So that is going to be part of the classification rule or classifier. In finding the different association rules, we are going to try to find the different group of items that is going to frequently occur together. That is same as that was in the market basket analysis. So why we are going to use that? In order to infer the different items from the presence of other items. So if one item is going to be occur, that will be on the basis of the other item. So if we are going to if suppose a customer is going to buy a milk, he also can buy the bread. So like that, this type of association of the items will be there. That will be based on the market basket analysis, that is going to aim to investigate the shopping behavior of the different customers, not a single customer. That is going to tell about the different customers behavior, to hoping to find the irregularity. So if there will be irregularity, we cannot use that particular rule. We have to prune that rule. We have to remove that particular rule. Now, divide and conquer approach can be there. So the divide and conquer approach, that is start by selecting the different attribute as a root node. So how that we have used that tree we have used so in that there will be the root node. So here also we have to select a root node as an attribute, and then it is going to make a branch for each possible level of other attributes. So for that attribute and for the other attributes always. So after that, it is going to split the different attributes, training attributes, on the basis of that particular one attribute. That will be the root node. So on the basis of that, it is going to dividing the different training instances into the subset. So that will be the subset of that root node. So the branches will be there. So one will be there for the each possible value of attribute. So in this divide and conquer, we are going to divide the different branches in the on the basis of the different particular attributes, possible attributes. So in the same process will be there till until all the instances, all the examples will be covered for that. So if all the branches will be there covered from that particular example, that will be the full decision tree. So in divide and conquer, we have to repeat this until all the instances that fall in the one branch have the same classification. But what will be there? The one classification, one type of classifier will be there, because that will be extended in the branches. So in the branches there will be the only one classifier. So or we can say the remaining instances cannot be split into the another branches. So there will be the one branch that is going to extend into the other subset of the branches in the divide and conquer approach of the classification using association rules. Now we are going to use the separate and conquer approach. In that, the separate and conquer approach, on the other hand, we are going to start by building the rules. So in that, we have to build the rules by greedy fashion. So what is greedy fashion? First, we have to use the one rule. We have to build a one rule. Then after one rule. Like that, we have to separate the different rules from that particular instances. So after that, a rule will be found that is going to use the all examples, that is covering the all examples by the rules, that will be deleting. So after a rule will be finding, all the instances covered by the rule will be deleted, and after that the same process will be repeated until the best rule found has a large error rate. So in this separate and conquer, only one rule can be found, that will be the best rule that will be found from that particular other rules. So in that, we have to only search for the best rule. There will be the statistical approaches, there will be the covering approaches. So in the statistical approaches, we can say naive Bayes will be there. So in that, we are going to use the probability. So in the probability measures will be finding, we are going to find the probability measure while we are going to use the naive Bayes classifier. We have to check about the likelihood, we have to check about the different classifiers, different attributes. So to classify the test objects. So like this, the statistical approaches will be going on. Now the covering approach will be there finally, that is going to select each of the available classes in turn, and that is going to look for a way the covering the most of the remaining items in the training. So the rule will be there that is going to cover all of the instances that will be preferred for the classify for one classes in order to come up with the maximum accuracy rules. So here the rules, the accuracy will be measured. The measure of accuracy will be measured, and on the basis of that, the different association rule will be picked up. So numerous other type of algorithm have been derived from these of the approaches. That is nothing but the decision tree, part, Ripper, and Prism. So these are the different approaches, that is the extension of C4.5, C5 and other algorithm what we have covered from these of the 3-4 approaches. So classification based on the association algorithm, that is CBA algorithm. So the first algorithm that is going to bring up the idea of using an association rule for the classification, that was the CBA algorithm. That in the CBA algorithm is also called as a all rule model. So that will be proposed by the Liu et al. Liu and other teams members will be there, were there, and they have found this algorithm while they are going to they are writing one paper, and that particular algorithm that is going to implement the famous a priori algorithm. So a priori algorithm we have covered. In a priori algorithm, there will be the frequent item set we have to cover. So in the a priori algorithm, that is going to require the multiple passes over the training data set, and in order to discover the different frequent items. So hence the discovery of a frequent item set will be finished when we will get all the frequent item set from that data set. The particular that CBA algorithm is going to cover any frequent item that is going to pass the minimum confidence into a rule for the classification. So when the different frequent item set will be found, for that we have to measure the minimum confidence. So if the minimum confidence will be there for the particular rule we are going to write, so that will be only picked for the classification. The frequent item set discovery and rule generation are implemented into two of the separate phases. First, the rule generation process will be there, that will be formed. Then on the other hand, the frequent item set discovery will be found. So first frequent item set, then we have to write the different rules for that, association rules for that. So the different phases will be there by the CBA. And then the rule of high confidence, the classifier have to find, the algorithm have to find out the minimum confidence. On the basis of that, the different rule will be sorted. So high confidence will be only picked. The main strength of this CBA algorithm is that its ability to use the most accurate rule for the classification because of the high confidence, which explains its better performance. Because if we have to compare with the other classification, other traditional classification algorithm, that is suppose C4.5, it is going to perform as a better performer for the classification. So that is the main strength of CBA algorithm. The Lewis research group team has been also proposed some of the other methods to deal with the problem of the original CBA algorithm. So on that, the single minimum support and not being able to generate the long rules for many dataset have been covered. So if on the basis of CBA algorithm, the association rules have been written, we have to find out the high confidence. There can be the minimum support also. So we on the basis of minimum support, single minimum support, and the larger rules, we have to the CBA algorithm has been extended. So these are some of the weaknesses will be there on the basis of that. That is there. The simply selection of a rule, single rule with a maximal user defined measure may affect the classification accuracy. So if the classifier is going to classify some of the target class, so accuracy is going to be measured. So if accuracy will be minimum, so we don't have to simply select the different rules. That will be the maximum user defined measure. We have to check about the different classification accuracy. Now, so that is different type of that is the extension of that CBA classification based on multiple association rules. That is CMAR. So the second weakness of the CBA algorithm was the efficiency problem of the storing, retrieving, we can say pruning, we can say removing the different rules, sorting the rules, a large number of rules for classification. When there is going to be exist a huge number of rules, there is having the large training data sets or long pattern rules. So that were the weaknesses on the. To rid of these of the weaknesses, we have to go with the multiple association rules, that is CMAR. So more recently, Wenmin Lee et al. And their group proposed a new associative classification algorithm, classification based on the simple multiple association rules, that is CMAR. CMAR provides a better efficiency and accuracy compared to the CBA algorithm. So that will be more efficient and accurate. The method is going to extend an efficient frequent pattern mining method. Also the FP growth, these two of the growths constructing a class distribution associated FP tree, and that is going to mine the large databases efficiently. So on the basis of these of the different pattern classifier methods, the CMAR algorithm is going to extend. CMAR determines the class level by the set of rules. There will be the different set of rules. So this type of method, this algorithm is going to select a small set of high confidence, highly related rules, and that is going to analyze the correlation between those different rules, those different association rules. So these three of the important aspect it is going to cover. To speed up the mining of complete set of rules, the CMAR adopting the variant of recently developed FP growth method. So on the basis of FP growth method, it is going to extend. It is going to work. So CMR is going to congest two of the phases. First, it is going to check about the rule generation. It is going to generate some of the association rules, then the classification. So like this, it is based on the FP growth method. In the first phase, as a rule generation will be there after completing the complete set of rules, while completing the different association rules, it is going to prune the some of the rules. The CMAR going to remove some of the association rules. So, and only selecting the high quality rules, that is subset of rules for the classifier. So that is the first phase of this classifier, this method. In the second phase, CMR going to extract a subset of rules that is going to match with the object. So that is nothing but that will be work on the FP growth, and after that it is going to predict about the class level of the object by the analyzing this subset of rules for a given data object. So on the basis of the given data object, it is going to extract the rules, and then it is going to predict about the class levels. So these were the two phases of that CMAR. Now the steps of classification using different association rules. So while the single label classification will be there, which is going to assign the each rule in the classifier to the most obvious label, and we can say multi-label classification, it is going to relate between the text categorization. So these are the two classifier will be there, single label and multi-label. So single label, it is going to classify the most obvious label, and the multi-class label classifier, it is going to relate with the text categorization. It is going to use the text categorization. Text categorization. Right? So that will be used for multi-label. Right? So generally in association rule mining, any item that is going to extract the minimum support, we can say, because on the basis of minimum support and minimum confidence, the rules have to classify. So in the association rule mining, if we are talking about association rule mining in general, so any item that is going to pass with the minimum support is known as the frequent item set. That is nothing but the frequent item set, if the minimum support will be there. Minimum support. So by this measure, there is a formula. On the basis of that, we have to check this minimum support from there. So that will be the frequent item set if the minimum support, the support will be minimum. When the frequent item has been discovered, the classification is going to based on the association rules algorithm, that is going to extract a complete set of class association rules, CAR, for those of the frequent item that is having the minimum confidence. Right? So these are the general rules will be there, that was in the association rule mining, that will be covering here also in the classification using association rules, that is going to use the frequent item set. So the classification with the association rules, that is having the two of the phases. In the first phase, that is going to implement the famous a priori algorithm in order to discover the frequent item set. As I have said, for that frequent item set, we have to measure the minimum confidence. And in the phase 2, it is going to involve the building a classifier. It is going to classify the different target class. So that was the steps how it is going to be used. Now we will take the example of classification using association rules. So in the right hand side, we can see the table of the training data that is having the class levels, row number 81, 82 and class. So different classes P1, P2 is there that has been classified and different data is there. So let T will be the training data set with the M attribute 81, 82 to 80M, and the mod of T will be the rows. So mod of T will be the rows, right? So let P will be the list of class levels. So as I am telling you all the things that is presenting in this right hand side table. So that is nothing but the further understanding. An item is defined by the association of an attributes and its value. So value is nothing but the ATI, AI. So also we can see the combination of between 1 and M different attribute values. So that is nothing but the this and this, like this. So that will be the item and that will be the value. So ATI. So that will be the combination between the I and 1 and M different attribute values. That was the 81, 82, like 80M. So like this, that has been classified. That is the different important terminology of that. A rule R for classification, we can say it can be represented in the form of 81 is equal to 81, 80I1 is equal to XI1. That is having the concluded into the 82, 80I2 is equal to XI2, so on 80IN is equal to AIN. So that is going to depend on the PI1. So PI1 is nothing but this, that is going to depend on the different attributes, that is 81 and 82, but here we are using the ATI. So that will be the I, the number of other attributes. So where the antecedent of the rule is an item and the consequent is the class. So in the left hand side, the antecedent will be there, for that is an item, and the right hand side we are going to that is the rule is going to classify a different class. So that will be the consequent part. The appearance of the rules in the data set, the APR of a rule R in the T, the number of items of the antecedent of rules has been appeared in T. So that is training data T. So that has been appeared in this rule. So the support frequency, we can say support frequency in short term, we can say subfreq of a R is the number of cases in T that is going to match R's antecedent. So that support of frequency is nothing but the number of cases in T that matching with R antecedent, that is left hand side, that is going to belong to the class, that is consequent is right hand side PI. So a rule R passes the minimum support threshold. Minimum support, if for R the support frequency R divided by mod T, that will be the greater than and equal to the minimum support. So that will be nothing. We have to decide about the minimum support as a user. While we are going to check this measure, the support measure, minimum support, we have to set the measure, set the minimum support. So on the basis of that, the support frequency R divided by mod T that will be equal to the minimum support, the equal to the greater than the minimum support what we have set. So where the mod T is the number of instances in T. So number of frequency is will be there. Number of instances is nothing but the number of frequency, how many times the item is occurring, right? So a rule R will be the passing the minimum confidence threshold, that is minimum confidence, min-conf, if the support frequency R divided by APPR of R, that will also be greater than and equal to minimum confidence. So minimum confidence also we have to set as a minimum confidence. We can say the minimum confidence is, if it is 50%, so that will be the 60%. More than that, it should be 55%. So more than this will have the minimum confidence threshold will be greater than that, equal to that. Any item in T that there are different items passes the minimum support is said to be the frequent item. So if the frequency will be there, so that is passes the minimum support will be there, that is going to equal to or greater than that will be the frequent items. This is the table that is considering the training data set. So while it is in the above table, in the table 2, the classification data set is there. In the other table 3, the sample of unclassified data set is there. So here we can see the loan that is having the question mark, that is we don't know what will be the class of this particular loan, as unknown. Loan classifier is as unknown, right? So we have to on the basis of this classification using association rules, that will be divided, that will be the first rule will be generated and then the particular classification will occur. These were the two phases were there. So the clients in the client's class level, name, current job year, income, criminal history and loan. So these on the basis of these 1, 2, 3, 4, that will be decided. The loan will be decided by the particular banker. So different customers are there. 10 customers are there. Their job year, how many years they have particular current job they are doing. What is the income of different customer? What is the criminal history, if they are having or not? If there is criminal history, the loan will be not given to that particular the customer who is going to apply for that. If loan history is not there, so that will that we can say he is going to opt for he is getting the loan. He is getting the loan. So on the basis of these of the different, the class will be decided here. The particular customer is going to classify as no, he is not going to give the loan by the different bankers. So these were the different classes as a yes and no for the debt. In the below table we can see here the loan is classifier is not been objected, that is not plotted. So on the basis of these of the different attribute, that is going to be decided. But we can say that if criminal history is there, that classifier is only going to be no. So on the basis of that only the classifier is going to classify. So if we are going to consider the instance of the training data set that is showing in the table 2, and we are going to assume that minimum support that is having the 0.2. So minimum support is 0.2 and minimum confidence is 0.5. That is 20% and that is 50%. So the support of rule we are going to write will be less than 81 and Z1, that is a, if we can say that is a rule that is going to P1 that is going to depends on P1, that is if we will measure that will be a 0.30, which is satisfying the minimum support hold. So that is 30, that is 30, that is 20, that is 30. So that is the rule is going to be plotted. The confidence of rule that is having the 81 Z1, that is rule depends on P1, that is 0.60, and thus this rule is also going to satisfy the minimum confidence threshold, that was the 0.50. So on the basis of that, the particular rule, if we are going to write for the 81 and Z1, that will be the high potential rule for to classifying the different classifier in the system. So that on the basis of the support and confidence of the minimum confidence support, we are going to check about the threshold, minimum support threshold and minimum confidence threshold. On the basis of that, the rule will be written, and then that will be classified at the end. So that was all about the today's class. In that we have covered the different classification, how we have using the traditional classifiers, and now we are going to use the association rules. So if we are combining this classification with the association rule, that is going to be high potential, and then it will be used by us as a minimum for to classify the different classifiers. So that was all about the today's class. Thank you for watching.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.